Holy f***ing moly. Hi, I'm Phil. Tonight we're going to teach you a very important lesson on pretty good cooking, which is the name of the show that we are filming at this time. The lesson is that if you don't feel like doing something, you should just drink until you feel less bad about it, or like less apprehensive, or like you just don't give a shit. Let me give you a small piece of PGC history. Back in the day, I used to just get shitty before we started doing the show and just see what would happen. And I don't really do that too much anymore now. I just kind of like take it easy for the most part. But tonight we're making food that involves a lot of work and I don't really feel like doing it. So instead of like holding to a nice schedule, I just drank instead. Welcome to the show! Here is a wok that you generous viewers like you on the Patreon procured for me. This wok is made of steel and it has a horrible chemical coating on the inside. I'm going to teach you how to season a wok so that you can use it and not get cancer. But I'm not going to guarantee you don't get cancer. So asterisks all around. Not sure if this is how you actually do it. To begin, we need to scrub the shit off of this coating. If you're outside, you could also burn it off. I'm using a Brillo pad because it's what I have. The coating is chemicals. I don't know what chemicals they are, but because of the nature of the construction of this device, if you didn't coat it and you manufactured it and you just left it around, it would just rust on its own from the humidity in the air. So they coat it so that it has a longer shelf life as an item. It's pretty standard fare. So optimally you'd use soap and steel wool, which is what Brillo essentially is. And I don't really know what I'm doing, so I don't know if I'm removing the chemicals in this moment. But I feel like I'm probably doing something. So, you know, just do the best you can and hope you don't get cancer. Yeah, I feel like that was pretty good. We'll give that a thorough wash in the creek with water. You think they coat the outside too? Probably. Looks like it's the same material, so might as well just scrub the shit out of it. Think about it this way, if you don't do it and you put the chemicals on a burner, you're gonna release chemicals into the air and it... Are you f***ing kidding me? Is this missing a screw? It's missing a f***ing screw! What the f***? It's too late to return it. I'll have to put another f***ing screw in there. It's just gonna be a ghetto f***ing wok. God damn it. I can't f***ing believe this. Can you believe this shit? F***ing bullshit. I'm pissed. Alright. You can dry the wok now with paper towel. Hopefully you got some chemicals off. Who f***ing knows? Who f***ing cares? You're gonna get cancer anyways. Alright, so the proper way to dry a wok is to put it on your stove on a low heat and just let it dry. While that's happening, probably should just drink more. That's pissing me off so goddamn much. I'd like to take the time now to show you that me and the cameraman are matchy Cathy's today. See? Gray and maroon. I look better. Okay, so the low heat drying method is not necessary because like there's no water on it anyways. All right, let's get weird with it. Okay, so basically when you season the wok, you're gonna put oil in the wok at a high heat, and the purpose of this is that at a chemical level, there's some kind of space in the metal that you need to put oil into to create a non-stick surface. And the way that this is traditionally done is by making the wok hot, dumping oil in, smoking the shit out of the area, and then you put in some ginger and some scallions, and that somehow makes it better. So we're just gonna roll with it, see what happens. It could go terribly, it probably will, and if it's f***ed, well, what the f*** do I care? I don't care. Alright, let's get that maximum heat. It's the heat that can't be beat. Check it out, there's chemicals burning off. We shouldn't be breathing that, but we are. In the case of shit being genuinely f***ed, highly recommend opening your windows and the door. Turn on your exhaust system, or in our case, the ceiling fan. Just be careful. It's so crazy. Look at all that chemicals coming off here. That's not water. Holy f***. We're gonna die. So let that just smoke for a little bit. Let's just burn it off while we know we can. Meanwhile, I'm gonna prepare some scallions and some ginger. So just gonna roughly chop each. And this is what we'll be throwing in there Ginger is a pain in the ass to move around and shit. This instant discoloration is interesting. I'm gonna wait till things start coming, or things stop coming off the pan. That feels like a wise decision. So we'll be back when we're done inhaling all these toxic chemicals from foreign lands. OSHA, please. I got some oil here. This is canola. You should probably use something with a higher smoke point, like corn oil or peanut oil. I ain't got time for that. So what we're gonna do is take the wok off the heat while it's hot, and we're gonna dump some oil in, and it's gonna go crazy, most likely. It didn't go crazy. That's all right. We're gonna swirl it around without dumping it anywhere, okay? Like so. Put it back on the heat and let it get real hot again. See how it's starting to smoke? This is about where you want it to be, because you don't want it violently smoking. That would be too hot. We're gonna use these to swirl them around. You basically want to do this for quite a while. One thing you can do, according to my brief reading on the subject matter, is you could, if you're worried about the oil not getting to the top, you can take like a wet paper towel to move it. But oil and water don't really mix, so I feel like that's bad advice. Maybe don't do that. So we're gonna do this for several minutes. These veggies will help spread it out too. So I'll show you how things progress. Probably using these tongs like I am isn't the best idea. I should probably use something different, like wood. So I'm gonna do this for quite a while, maybe like 15 minutes. I'll let you know if anything changes. I don't know if it will. I'm not an expert. All right. At a certain point, you're probably just setting shit on fire. So if you look at the wok, it's charred. Probably good enough. Turn that off the heat. So smoky in here, I can't even breathe. Let's dump this burnt shit. You can dump it in the sink. Okay, so you got some burnt shit in there still. You're gonna have to wait till it cools down to wipe that out. But that's how you season a wok. I'm pretty sure, according to everything I read, but maybe not. And also, I can't breathe very well. So that's how you do it. And also, this is probably not the end of the episode. So we'll finish that up when we can. I need to step outside. Alright, I think it's cool enough to wipe it out. Potentially this could f up your coating, just thinking about water and stuff. But if you did it right, it won't. I'm just trying to wipe off some of the schmutz, that burnt shit. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you know, you want to get some of that schmutz out of there. That looks a lot better. And then now it's legitimate to use that low dry so all the water evaporates. Yeah, it'll just be a couple minutes and we'll see. You can see that our wok is still smoking, which means it's still evaporating shit. So that's how you do it. That's a seasoned wok right there, hopefully. See you in this video, which we're about to film. Now I'm in it.